You have 100 days to completely change your life for the better. What would you do? Story 1, I'm 142 days into quitting alcohol. Doing it. Edit. Thanks for all of the encouragement. Hope that positive support helps someone else gain motivation on their first day or 100th day. Story 2, I'd focus on building healthy habits. Set a consistent workout routine. Eat balanced meals. Develop a daily mindfulness practice. And dedicate time to learning new skills or pursuing passions. I'd also work on strengthening relationships and setting clear, actionable goals for personal growth. Story 3, read, exercise, and meditate. Reading because the smartest people to have lived have given us all free game. Consume that. Exercise because it's as much of a physical thing as it is mental. Whether it's cardio or lifting something heavy at the beginning of the day, it's going to make it better. Meditate because being present and recognizing this life as a blessing, as opposed to just feeling like a meat suit going from task to task, is important for mental health, as well as not squandering this experience. Story 4. If I had 100 days to completely change my life, I'd start by mastering the art of waking up before noon. Then, I'd tackle the gym, hoping to trade my dad bod for a fit bod. I'd learn to cook something other than instant noodles. And finally, I'd attempt to meditate without falling asleep. Oh, and maybe I'd even learn how to fold a fitted sheet. Now that's real growth. Story 5. Reassess your priorities and cut out the non-essentials. Spend an hour a day learning something new, a language, an instrument, or coding perhaps. Clean up your diet. More whole foods, less processed junk. Remember to be kind both to others and yourself throughout this journey of self-improvement. And lastly, set aside time each week to reflect on progress and adjust goals as necessary. It's not about perfect days, but consistent, imperfect effort adding up. Story 6. Craft a morning routine that's non-negotiable. Wake up early, hydrate, meditate, and then dive into a solid workout. Turn your nutrition into a science experiment. Finding out what fuels your body optimally could be a game changer. Network with purpose. Connect with people who inspire you and can mentor your growth. Upskill by allocating a slice of your day to learn coding, designing, or any skill relevant to your dream job. And importantly, journal at night to track these changes. It's like holding up a mirror to your soul, ensuring you acknowledge your progress and recalibrate as necessary. Remember, it's the compound effect of small daily wins that leads to massive transformations. Story 7. Start with sleep hygiene, and if applicable, reduce screen time, 2 hours a day. No, I have not implemented this, and I need to. Then exercise daily. It can be for 2 minutes a day, moving up as you progress, as long as you get your movement. Just started doing this, and it has been helpful. Eat better. Start by cutting down on sugar, paying attention to protein, calcium, vitamins, etc. You don't have to eat salads all the time, but just consider the fuel you're putting into your body. Now that physical health is underway, work on your mental health. Mindfulness daily. I say a rosary daily, but you can also do meditation, just paying attention to something in totality. Reach out to a friend or family member daily. You don't have to hang out or anything. Just remind someone that you appreciate them. Remind yourself as well. Pick out a hobby. There are plenty of low to no cost hobbies, both in money and time. Even caring for an orchid and learning how to prune roots is skill building and cathartic. And you can also set small goals based on habits rather than results. So I want to read for 15 minutes a day, as opposed to, I want to finish 15 novels in a year, because habits are doable and buildable. Habitual goals also tend to lead to the bigger goals anyway. Story 8. If I had 100 days to change my life for the better, I'd start by setting clear goals for different areas: health, skills, and relationships. I'd get into a regular exercise routine, eat healthier, and focus on learning something new, like a language or a skill. I'd also make time to reconnect with friends and family and work on improving my mindset with daily habits like journaling or meditation. It's all about making small, consistent changes that add up over time. Story 9. I'd start by setting clear goals like improving my fitness, learning a new skill, and decluttering my space. I'd create a daily routine to stay consistent, including exercise, reading, and healthy eating. Lastly, I'd focus on building better habits like getting enough sleep and staying organized. Story 10. Pretty much living this right now. Got diagnosed earlier this year of diabetes and PTSD. Off work on medical leave, and I have a great team working on getting me healthy. I'm down 50 pounds, getting back into my hobbies, getting more active, eating better, and slowly reconnecting with friends. Depression sucks. Glad my friends are awesome and understanding. Feels like I'm having a midlife crisis, but I also feel like a lot of good is coming from this, and I'm excited to see where life goes from here. Story 11. Actually, exactly what I'm currently doing. I sat down and had a good chat with myself and came up with a 3-month plan. Month 1, start seriously dieting, eating healthier and shifting some weight. Month 2, quit smoking. Month 3, having shifted some weight and making it so that I can actually move around without gasping for breath, having heart palpitations, and generally feeling like shit, join a gym and actually use it so that I can actually look at myself in the mirror without feeling disgusted for the first time in 20 years. I'm a month in, I've definitely lost weight. Don't know how much because I'm purposely avoiding getting obsessed by scales, but I'm being more disciplined with my eating habits than I have in years, and already feeling a ton better because of it. I've cut out almost all added sugar, caffeine, and dairy, except for the odd treats, and really paying attention to calories and nutritional values of what I consume. Also like 2-3 liters of water a day, up from next to none. I also jacked in cigarettes a week ahead of schedule and replaced with a vape, which I'll be using to strategically whittle down my nicotine intake. It's been so far so good up until now. And although this shit is stuff that I've tried before and was never able to stick to, I've got a good feeling this time around that I can really change myself for the better. Story 12. The best advice you can give the average person to improve their life over the course of 100 days is to develop an exercise regimen, which includes building lean muscle mass, improving cardiovascular health, and improving diet to match the development of muscle and reduction of fat. Research has constantly shown us that improving your bodily health via reducing excess fat and increasing lean muscle mass is basically the next best thing behind a near panacea. Story 13. Keep being the mother I am. I would get a job, actually hopefully not be age discriminated against, and stay home discriminated against, and get my own apartment with my girls, separate, and finally deal with all the trauma and abuse, be alone, not lonely, together with my adult kids for rest of my life. Story 14. Be honest with the guy I like. Let's be real. It's doing me no good holding the secret back. I'm just scared of losing other friendships from it. But TBH, if they were really solid relationships, me telling this guy wouldn't impact that. Also, my life and happiness don't rely on him. Story 15. Materially reduce social media exposure and participation. Use that time to read. Workout. 2. 1 ration of anaerobic versus aerobic, minimum 30 minutes a day, 5-6 days per week. If applicable, reduce alcohol intake such that you're only drinking in social situations and not more than 2-3 per event. If you can't limit yourself, then abstain altogether. Reduce refined sugar intake by 80%. Reduce carb intake by 50%. Toward the end of the 100 days, assuming you've adhered to items 2, 3, and 4 consistently, go buy yourself a new outfit or 2 that fits your new physique. Get your hair cut. All of these are stuff you can do individually and are not as complex as removing toxic people from your life. The knee-jerk, yet abstract response from so many Redditors. Story 16. To build a healthy lifestyle in 100 days, I would prioritize 3 things: maintaining a regular exercise schedule, embracing a balanced diet, and practicing meditation or self-awareness. In addition to that, I would set SMART goals for my personal and professional growth, such as learning new skills and getting closer with the people who are closest to me. Story 17. I start to appreciate every day I wake up more, knowing that it is actually special that your body wakes up. In this world, not everyone shall make it through the day and/or night because they leave the world unknowingly. With this in mind, I try to live the way I would like to live, working on a healthy body and being surrounded by people who love me, and vice versa. Find that one job that I always wanted to do. In the 100 days, there will eventually be days when things go wrong. That's part of it. But we are too hard on ourselves for this. So to all those who have great ideas for their 100-day challenge, you are doing great and keep going. Story 18, I actually started it this week. Weights in the morning, narrowing it down to a single muscle group. Work, snack, work, lunch, work, snack, work. Get home, go for a walk, make dinner, eat, recreate, go to bed, and start over again. Deleted my socials, spending the time doing woodworking or designing things for my clients instead. I'm also making sure to call at least one family member or friend a day. Saturdays will be my day of, where I get to do whatever I want and eat whatever I want. The walk is still mandatory. Story 19. I would start with an unconventional step. I would embark on a 30-day period of total isolation in a remote location, such as a cabin in the woods or a secluded island. During this time, I would disconnect from all social media and technology, focusing instead on deep self-reflection through meditation, intensive reading, and journaling about my personal journey. After this period of isolation, I would return to social life with a clear goal. I would pursue a significant career change, such as starting a new project or completely switching fields, focusing on a new passion or area I haven't explored before. I would also make regular exercise a priority, perhaps by learning a new physical activity like martial arts or scuba diving to enhance both physical and mental strength. I would allocate daily time for volunteering in my community to build social connections and create a sense of accomplishment. And I would learn how to prepare healthy meals using locally sourced and sustainable ingredients, which would contribute to improving my diet and overall health. Through this unconventional approach, I would aim for a profound transformation that reshapes my life from the inside out, leaving a positive and lasting impact. Story 20. Hire an organizer and rent a dumpster. Go through everything in the house and garage and do a thorough clean out. Donate as much as possible. Then work with the organizer for everything remaining. Also, get back to regular exercise, gym, and clean diet. Lastly, meaningfully reconnect with friends and family. There are other things, but these are doable within 100 days. Story 21. If this means pausing the time of aging and becoming a complete ghost to the world around me, where nobody questions where I went or what I'm doing until those 100 days are up, I would definitely be dedicating my time to learning a new trade. I am happy with everything in my life except my work life. I'd love to get into a better paying position without an abusive boss breathing down my neck for every little thing. I'd like to get out of the food industry and into the engineering field. Story 22. Delete social media's skincare routine, dietitian for a great diet, spend time outside, no alcohol, drugs, therapy, lots of sports, travel by bike, healthy hobby, spend time with good people and family, learn about personal finance, check what interests me the most, and get good enough at it to make it my life. Story 23. Get back to working out late at night like I used to. Although YouTube copyright struck the hell out of the channel I was using, there were others I was having a good time with. I'd like to return to that without getting into my head and comparing myself to my mother. Story 24. There are 3 main ways to become a different person. Change the food that you eat and how you exercise. Change the ideas that you consume. Change the ways you spend your time. So I would make my diet perfect. This one is easy. There are not as much variables or skill difference. Exercise a lot at first in the first half of the 100 days. When I'm tired of exercising, I work on a book or online course that has value to me. I'll sleep the right amount. By the end of the 100 days, I should get better blood result tests and feel stronger and have more stamina. I would have also learned a new skill and become better read in something relevant to my work or life. Story 25. Purge your cupboards and fridge of junk food. Get some good shoes and start walking. Do push-ups, sit-ups, and other exercises you can repeat every day at home. Set your alarm earlier so you have time to exercise. Set another alarm to go to bed at night so you're not robbing your morning self of sleep, and put together a threshold budget. What's a fixed budget? Calculate your fixed or average monthly income. Calculate your fixed monthly costs like rent, insurance, subscriptions, etc. Deduct your fixed costs from your fixed income to get your threshold, which is all you have left to spend on groceries, gas, entertainment, and other non-fixed costs. Divide your threshold by 30.5, the average number of days in a month, to find out how much you can spend each day to avoid spending more than you make. It's a good system because it's real time and you can track the numbers in your head. Let's say you have a threshold of $1,600. Divided by 30.5, you have $52.50 a day to spend. Technically, $52.45, but it's easier to round up to the nearest 50 cents. Let's say it's August 1st. You go shopping and spend $63 and put $25 of gas into the car. You had $52.50 to spend, and you spent $88, so you finished the day in the hole by $25.50. On August 2nd, you buy a coffee for $4, and that's it. You gained $52.50 like you do every morning. Put it against the previous day's deficit of $25.50, and you are now up $27. Subtract the $4 coffee, and you finish day 2 with a balance of $23. Day 3, you get another $52.50, so your running balance is now $85.50. The benefit is that you don't find out at the end of the month that you overspent. You'll know right away and can make adjustments over the next few days to get back in the black. You also know roughly how much you have or will have in a few days, which you can factor into your spending decisions. The goal is to finish every single month with a positive balance and save that money. Story 26. I need to go to an endocrinologist and get back on treatment for PCOD and excess testosterone. I've been putting it off because I'm lazy. It'll probably take a week, 2 visits, and testing in between. I also need to change psychiatrists because I think my current one is a little sus. Adjusting to new meds is going to take a while. If I get these 2 things done, I'm good. Life will be right on track. Story 27, everyday goal. Sleep 8 hours plus drink 2. 3 liters of liquid vitamins, medication, exercise at least 1 hour a day includes walking. Eat good nutrition 80% of the time. Schedule and organize my day based on priority 1, 2, and 3, etc. batches, based on due dates. Take regular breaks and lunch. Read for pure pleasure versus TV. Kick off! Get a full physical, blood work, dentist, eye doctor, etc. Get haircut, styled. Take care of yourself, maintenance, whatever that means to you. Set one goal to focus on for the 100 days. For example, my goal this summer is swimming. I am training to swim around an island about 7 kilometers this fall. I have been swimming but only a few times a week for a few 1,000 meters. I built up my training quite slowly and now having increased it to about 25 kilometers a week, mostly open water with a few pool swims. As of today, I'm comfortable swimming for 4 kilometers and feel like I can go much farther. Next week, I will add a half a kilometer to my swims and build from there each week. Each week, I swim with a master swim team and an open water swimming club to make me accountable. My fall goal will be focused on running and trail running. Then I repeat the cycle. Story 28. This is a funny question because I'm rather happy with where I am right now, except for the fact that I don't have a job. So I guess that'd make the biggest difference. But other than doing my best with applications and whatnot, it's not 100% up to me. That's frustrating. Story 29. Workout. Read Resilience by Eric Grettens. Start eating healthier with some of Days of Splurging. Sleep more. Start caring about how you dress and present yourself. Join a club to find friends with common interest. Reflect on yourself and decide who you want to be and start being that person. Story 30. I did that with a 90-day fitness DVD set. First time ever with a workout routine, other than my morning stretches and dumbbells prior to that. Completely changed my physique, mental state, eating and sleeping habits. If I get injured, I heal quicker, but don't get inured nearly as often. Back and neck feel so much better. Story 31. Take a break from everything and go into the unknown. Travel. Say yes to things I normally don't. I think I would come back with a recharged outlook on life. Right now, I'm a bit tired, cynical, and restless following a low-risk, medium-reward generic blueprint of life. I likely would get a good amount of physical activity in and feel better and fitter about myself. Can't really keep your job if you want 100 days off, though. Story 32. Don't drink more than 1-2 beers per week. Preferably, don't drink at all. Stop smoking. Even if you aren't into the gym or working out at home, go on a 1-hour walk once a day at the very least. Preferably start doing some exercises at home as well, like push-ups, some curls, etc. Also integrate some stretching in that to improve mobility. If you're in lack of a social circle, find a hobby that you can do in a group to meet like-minded people. Story 33. It would depend. If it was for other people taking control of your life, turning it into some show, letting you know you powerless, then I'd say, fuck you. I'm in control and won't be changing. Not going through any more bullshit because these people in my life aren't worth it to me anymore. Story 34. Trying to do that now. I'm poor, I work or had an IT support all my life. I'm unmarried and have no children. Fighting depression because of all of this. Goal is to save up $5,000 and go to school for a CDL license and make enough to take care of myself and change my life. Think this could be done in 100 days easily once I get school money saved. God bless you all and be safe. Story 35. Quit all alcohol and substances. Reconnect with my body through exercise and healthy eating. Go to bed early in a comfy bed. Stop hanging out with people who want drinking buddies. Start hanging out with people who like healthy, active lifestyle activities. Getting sober really changes your outer circle of friends. Holding boundaries really changes your inner circle of friends. But knowing you're doing the best you can to take good care of yourself opens a lot of doors I didn't think were available to me. Story 36. I would like to do a Swedish classic, which includes XC skiing 90 kilometers, cycling 315 kilometers, swimming 3 kilometers, and running 30 kilometers during 4 different races under a year. I wouldn't be able to do all this in 100 days, but if I didn't drink alcohol, eat better, and train for these races, alternatively, I would get into really good shape. Story 37. Start with a morning routine walking/working out to clear your head before the day begins and boost endorphins. Start small with all goals. If I want a new job, look and apply to a few every day. If I want to lose weight, start doing small things and build up. If I want to meet friends, sign up for something someplace social. A bar is okay, but a workout class or cooking class, something like that would work too. Basically, start with small tasks and build on them to build confidence and keep motivated. It works for most things.